Hi, Scorpio. It's your girl Alex, and I'm here to bring you another tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what the universe has for you, Scorpio. Ooh, Eight of Wands. That's messages from the universe. Money is coming. Five of Cups. Some of you are still dealing with or recovering from past disappointments, but I feel like your emotions are about to balance out. That's coming to an end. I feel like you're going to have more opportunities. Okay, okay. Angel said to manifest, we need more activity from your heart. So your heart has to be a little bit more active to help manifest. So for many of you, if you've been struggling with your manifestations, it's because your heart is not charged enough. Oh, Queen of Hearts. Queen of Cups. Okay. Yep, there's Page of Wands. That's the trigger. Oh, my angels also said too, if you've been trying to manifest, you may be manifesting from a place of lack, and therefore the universe has brought you additional lack. Oh, we have the inner Empress here twice. Yeah, that's the abundant mother, right? The Empress is the pregnant mother. I also have the Emperor here as well. Yeah, I kind of feel like some of you are a little desperate right now for some sort of sign or message or like some physical proof from the universe, right? Yeah, it feels like a place of desperation, and whatever this request is, right? Whatever it is that you're needing, um, it could be time, attention, love, and affection. It could be money, right? It feels like it is going to come in within the next 6 days. If you've been having issues or having challenges manifesting, it's because you've been too controlling, right? Um, hurt people hurt people. So whatever it is from your past that has disappointed and or hurt you, I feel like you've been walking around almost like Pigpen. Y'all remember Pigpen in the Peanuts, Charlie Brown? Right? Pigpen walked around with that cloud of odor and aroma and dust, right? So it kind of feels like for many of you, you have been your energy. Let me say it differently. You have been walking around with this cloud of whatever the Five of Pentacles represents. I have 555 here, Five of Cups, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Could be sadness and loneliness, depression from some sort of past event. It could be anger. It could be inferiority. It could be, feeling lesser than. It could be lack of money, lack of resources, sickness, right? In other words, the things I just mentioned are your cloud, right? They've been plaguing your energy field. But I feel like with the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles, for some of you, 6 days is going to be real important for a lot of you. So I'm recording this on the 25th of November, so somewhere around December 1st. You should start see things actually go your way, start seeing things pan out and level out, see things come back into balance. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. My angel said for some of you, you were kind of tripped up or grounded by this cloud energy. Some of you, again, it could have been depression, you're argumentative, not getting along with anybody. People are accusing you of stuff unjustly. You've just been feeling like an alien, believe it or not. And when I say feeling like an alien, it feels like you have felt like an outsider of the human race. If you haven't, if that resonates with you, leave me a comment. Like if you felt like an alien, say something like alien here, you know, yeah. To me, it kind of feels like, right, because the emperor is my God card, right? But God to me is masculine and feminine, right? Both energies, all energies. And I feel like for a lot of you, I don't know if you haven't been grateful, haven't been feeling gratitude, have all kinds of things to be grateful for, but because of what's been going on, you just haven't brought yourself to the point of feeling grateful, right? Um, Angels are saying the tides are turning, and Eight of Wands is you starting to see signs and synchronicities that times are turning, things are shifting. I feel like if you are the nurturer of your group, you could meet someone, friend, lover, whomever, coworker, whomever, who pours into you. If you are single and you have not had a lot of great dating options, that's about to change. I don't know what happened. Mm. My angels just said many of them lost power to their hearts, right? So almost like right now, if my camera was plugged into the wall, then I lost power. My camera would still function because of the battery, but say if there was no battery in it, the camera would go dark. So the camera in this situation is your heart. So it kind of feels like whatever was bringing you joy, whatever was the source of joy, happiness, love in your life, the power went out. You know what I mean? And when the power went out, so did your heart, right? Because the Four of Cups has everything to do with being feeling emotionally numb, emotionally turned off, apathetic, distant, right? Just not being able to experience joy or happiness or love, right? Angels are saying for some of you, I feel like maybe 40% of Scorpios, this occurred in your heart when someone passed away. Could be mom, dad, spouse, animal, family member. Animal family member is what I mean, right? Your dog passed away. You haven't been the same. Um, Angels also said that also includes broken relationships. You're estranged from your children. You and your mom haven't talked in, 6 years, right? It just kind of feels like the universe is sending you signs that says love is on the way, help is on the way, an answer is on the way. Whatever it is that you're needing to get you out of this five energy is on its way. And it feels heaven sent. It feels spirit sent. Angels also said too, in addition to the signs and synchronicities, this reading, and not just this reading, but if you watch other readers, you may also hear this message echoed as well. Okay. But I'm happy to say to you, Scorpio, oh shit. My angels just went back to the 6 days. Today's the 25th. 6 days from now is December 1st. We'll be out of the Mercury retrograde, right? I know. Shadow period. I think the pre-shadow period, the shadow period before Mercury retrograde is a lot more potent than the shadow period of the um post Mercury retrograde, right? Just because at the beginning, the pre It's almost like we're starting to go backwards, right? But then when Mercury comes out of retrograde, it goes forward, and that shadow period is of that forward energy, right? So I kind of feel like the pre-Mercury retrograde versus the post-Mercury retrograde is the, I'm not going to say worse of the two, but I kind of mean the worse of the two. And by the way, again, technically, Mercury doesn't spin in the opposite direction. It's just when Earth and Mercury pass each other, it creates the illusion that that Mercury is going in the opposite direction, right? Almost like, when you see a plane in the sky, it looks like it's going real slow, but when in actuality, it's traveling at about 500 miles an hour. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So, okay, yeah. Thank you. My angel said with those sixes, right? I have the Six of Swords here. I have the Six of Pentacles. I have the Six of Wands. The only six that's not here is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is a return. Look at that. So I feel like for you, Scorpio, you are returning to your throne, right? This to me almost feels like Magician there. This to me almost feels like, oh, that's a wonderful example, angels. My angels just said this feels like you've been running on a treadmill and you're not getting anywhere. It could be this past Mercury retrograde, or it could be 2025. You've been running, making an effort, making an effort, but you're still in the same spot. Or you feel like you haven't progressed, you haven't moved forward. Okay? That makes sense why you feel like an outsider to the human race, because you could see everybody around you making progress. You can see life happening for everyone else around you. But for you, 555, it just kind of feels like you've just been living in this turmoil with no progress or no end in sight. Again, let me mention that is coming to an end. The fives represent change. The sixes represents overcoming the chaos of the fives, and now taking the first step of progress with the sixes. Okay? Because even when you think about 5 and 6, 5 plus 1 is 6. That one step is the step into kind of progress. The angels just said, well, if they feel like they've been running on a treadmill, what difference does an additional step make? And another angels just said, well, this is the step off of the treadmill. I hope that makes sense. For a lot of you, you didn't even realize that until now. You didn't realize to an extent that you've been running in place for the past 6 months. What is it? November minus 6 is what? May? Yeah, since about May. Kind of feels like things have been at a standstill. And again, this is not anything new. What I've talked about this a couple of months ago. Um, when I said in that reading, felt like you've been living in the twilight zone. I'm looking at the death card and the page of wands, and my angel showed me the depiction of a dog chasing its tail, right? It's running in a circle, chasing something that sits on its body. So technically, it doesn't need to chase anything because it's in reach, right? But if there is some sort of illusion that, hey, the tail is a foreign object, let me go get it, and then as in the pursuit of it, it's running away from you, then, folly ensues, right? Like we have fun. Hey, let me chase my tail. But for many of you, that whole thing of why are you chasing something that exists in you or exists on you, right? It could be related to love. I have the Ace of Cups here. Why are you chasing a love that you already possess? hmm Angel said, well, if it was dormant, unplugged, they would not have known they possess it. Makes sense. So then, angels, what is the source? That's the answer, right? I was going to say, what source does Scorpio need to plug into? And angels, there was the answer: source, God, universe. Is that saying that Scorpio needs to work more on their spirituality? Angels said emphatically yes. Yes. So that kind of says to me, Scorpio, that for many of you, again, these fog of the fives, Five of Cups, past disappointment, Five of Wands, arguments, chaos, drama, Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. 100% of the Scorpios who resonate with one of these fives, angels and universe saying that there's a six here for every five. Now, it doesn't mean that it's the same suit, but there's a six here for every five. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Five of Cups, Six of Wands. Five of Wands, Six of Wands, right? Five of Cups, Six of Swords. Now, Five of Cups, Six of Swords makes sense because Five of Cups is emotional disappointment. Six of Swords is returning back to peace, kind of going with the flow, right? So I do feel as we come out of the Mercury retrograde, some of you are returning back to balance, a state of equilibrium, a state of safety, a state of stability, a state of security, a state of solace. Now, what confirms that, which is ironic because I just looked over here, are the fours. The Four of Wands and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, again, pulled out of the wall. In time, you're gonna accomplish a goal by reaching a level of stability. That's the angels are saying, and it's also going to require or help you to plug back into a source of energy, love, enthusiasm, inspiration, whatever it is that you need. That's beautiful. That is freaking awesome. The Four of Wands is a card of achievements, right? There's ceremonies, right? If the Three of Cups is celebrations, right? Think of it as the four of wands is the marriage, the Three of Cups is the reception, the party afterwards, and preceding the Three of Cups is the Hierophant, and that's the preacher, the bishop, the rabbi, right? That's the religious teacher. That's the tradition of spirituality. So I feel like if many of you have been in the upheavals of the fives, it's because you've abandoned your spirituality in some sense. Angels just said that's exactly right. They've been chasing human things while ignoring the spiritual things. Okay. And that makes sense why my angels are saying you've gone through some sort of spiritual drought, Four Cups, right? With your manifestations, with movement, with Eight of Wands, seeing synchronicities, seeing the universe flow through your life, right? You've gone on some sort of drought because you've disconnected from spirit. I love this message. This reading turned out to be pretty darn awesome. Don't let your past hold you back. Ironic, because we're in the Mercury retrograde. By the time I'm recording this, we're still in the Mercury retrograde. So if your past has resurfaced, it's almost like, listen, let that bitch roll on by. Don't get caught up in it and then stuck there. So don't let your past hold you back, hold you down, hold you up, right? Hold you from reconnecting with spirit. That makes sense to me. Your commitment is being tested. Are you committed to the past? Are you committed to people? Or are you committed to spirit? Just asking. Mm, 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 mm. Work through your fears. Some people just don't want to do the work. They don't want to heal, right? They don't want to heal. They don't. They would rather walk around hurting people, right? Being in this fives energy, depressed, lonely, being dramatic as hell, feeling, inferior, low confidence, low self esteem, low this, low that, and then just want to decide, oh, I'm going to date. I was thinking about that today. I was like, yo, for real, Scorpio, listen to me. If you or anybody you know are in a five energy, they're depressed, they are emotionally numb, they're emotionally guarded, they're dramatic, they're immature, they suffer from an inferiority complex, they suffer from low self esteem, they're insecure, they're not confident. Please, I beg you with everything that I am. We need to start a movement. These people should not be interested or trying to date anybody else, right? Because all they're going to do is bleed all of that energy onto someone else. Okay? So it's almost like if you and your sixes, good, you maybe get a friend. Sevens, cool, maybe date a little bit. Eight, all right, I'm ready to commit. Nine, all right, I'm in a relationship. 10, I'm married. We're going for broke, right? But if you are in five energy, sit your punk ass down and don't fuck up nobody else's life. Sorry, that was harsh. That was blunt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it is true. It's true. I'm so tired of dealing with, say, for instance, people who are in this five energy and projecting, because that's what people in five energies do. They don't want to do the work. They project that energy onto you. Oh, you make more than me, so now you want me to do this out of the other, whatever it is, right? Oh, well, since you have this and I don't have that, you have a car, I don't have a car, right? So why can't you come get me all the time? I don't know why this is a problem. Ooh, I'm gonna go because, like this Page of Wands, darling, I'm getting triggered. I love y'all. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.